Methods of data collection. Introduction. Data collection is a crucial step in the research process, and selecting the appropriate method for data collection is important to ensure the validity and reliability of research findings. The following are some of the most common methods of data collection and references related to each. Surveys. Surveys are a popular method of data collection that involves asking questions to a sample of individuals or groups. Surveys can be conducted through various modes, such as online, phone, or in person, and can be structured or unstructured. A reference related to this method can be found in Surah Al-Isra, verse 36, which says, "And do not pursue that of which you have no knowledge. Indeed, the hearing, the sight, and the heart, about all those, 1, will be questioned." Interviews. Interviews are a method of data collection that involve face-to-face conversations between the researcher and the participant. Interviews can be structured or unstructured and can provide detailed and in-depth information. A reference related to this method can be found in a hadith narrated by Abu Huraira, in which the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "The best of people are those who are most beneficial to people." Focus groups. Focus groups are a method of data collection that involves bringing together a small group of individuals to discuss a particular topic or issue. Focus groups can provide rich and diverse information and can help researchers understand the perspectives and experiences of participants. A reference related to this method can be found in Surah Al-Hujurat, verse 13, which says, "O mankind, indeed we have created you from male and female and made you peoples and tribes that you may know one another. Indeed, the most noble of you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous of you. Indeed, Allah is knowing and acquainted." Observation. Observation is a method of data collection that involves watching and recording behavior, activities, or events. Observation can provide objective and detailed information and can be useful for studying behaviors that are difficult to measure through other methods. A reference related to this method can be found in a hadith narrated by Abdullah ibn Abbas, in which the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Do not spy on one another, do not compete with one another, do not envy one another, do not hate one another, do not turn away from one another, and do not undercut one another." Secondary data analysis. Secondary data analysis involves using existing data that was collected for another purpose. Secondary data can be obtained from various sources, such as government agencies, academic institutions, or organizations. This method can be cost-effective and can provide a large amount of data. A reference related to this method can be found in Surah Al-Nisa, verse 58, which says, "Indeed, Allah commands you to render trusts to whom they are due, and when you judge between people to judge with justice." Conclusion. In conclusion, selecting the appropriate method of data collection is crucial for obtaining valid and reliable research findings. Each method has its own strengths and weaknesses, and the choice of method should be based on the research question, population characteristics, and available resources. The references from Hadith and Quran related to each method provide useful insights on the principles of fairness, justice, and ethics in research.